Hello everyone, this is UI once again. This morning I make a video on the Kin grinder K4, and I have actually gotten the K6 as well. And I just want to share with everyone how I actually what are the things that comes with the grinder, and actually how it can be serviced. I know there are some videos online teaching you how to actually disassemble the grinder and clean out, but I just want to share with you what I usually do to sort of service this grinder, right? By the way, this is actually the K4. I think my K6 is should be around somewhere. Okay, let me take it out. Yeah, this is actually the K6. Let me show you the K6, right? So as you can see, if I put the two grinders side by side, and if I accidentally mix these two grinders together, I probably can't tell which grinder is K4 and which grinder is K6. By the way, this is K4 and this is K6. So I will put the K6 aside first because I'm going to review this in a separate video. So let me focus on the K4. And as I mentioned in the video earlier on, the K4 actually comes with an acrylic cover. I think this looks like a plastic piece rather than let me see. Yeah, I think it's an acrylic, right? It's a smoke, sort of a smoke color, tea color acrylic. It's transparent. You can see through this, so that actually you can see the bins from inside. And yep, so I will show you how I actually service this grinder. By the way, the grinder comes with a O-ring, right? This is actually O-ring that comes with the grinder as a spare parts, and it also comes with an extra clip, which is actually taped down to your instructional slip. And this O-ring is actually for you if you want to attach the cover, right, together with the handle, right? What you can do is you can just use the cover, right, attach your handle to it, and then you can see there's actually a groove here. Let me see whether you can pick up at the camera, right? There's actually a groove here whereby you can actually push in the O-ring. I think this is a pretty smart way, and once you slide the O-ring all the way to the back, right, it actually held the cover firmly together, and there's no way you can actually remove this because the O-ring provides a very good friction to actually prevent this cover from dropping out. So which means to say that this will become like your onesie presso or easy presso, right? And now you can actually use this as a cover, and as you grind the coffee beans, right, you will not have to remove the handle and then remove the cover. You can do it together at the same time, right? So this is actually quite a smart way to actually attach the cover to the handle. Second thing I want to talk about is how do you actually service this grinder from Kin, right? I think most of the Kin grinder operate the same way. So of course you first have to unscrew the bottom chamber, right? And after that you have to turn the adjustment dial in the counterclockwise direction, which means you're going to turn all the way until you are not able to turn anymore, right? Don't force it, because if you force it too tight, it will be quite hard for you to turn back later on. So make sure that that's the last click you can go for, and then you can see that this part is actually, there's a spring to actually sort of push the grinder out. That's actually how the grind adjustment is actually being done. There's actually a spring attached to the axle and attached directly to the grinder, the core of the grinder inside. And what you need is actually a cup like this, or you can just get a cap. I've seen another YouTuber using a cap. You can use a cap if you want to, right? But I think that this espresso cup is good enough. So I'll show you how I do that. So let me lower the camera so that you can see. So basically the reason for this is actually to push the grinder up so that you can actually retrieve the pin there, right? So let me show you what I mean by that. If you push the grinder from the bottom to go up, right, you can see that it can be pushed. So once you push out, you can see that there's actually a pin there, right? The pin is the one that actually held the grinder, to lock the grinder together. So what you need to do is actually, because if you use one hand and if you try to push it up, your fingers, your hands will be getting very tight. You'll get very tired. So what you can do is actually to put this on a cup with a conical kind of ending here, so then you can actually press down. And the moment you press down, okay, let me try to bring the camera closer so you can have a better look. Right, so now you can see on the top view, right? So basically you need this cup to push this grinder inside, and when it's pushed inside, right, you don't have to use your finger to hold it, and what you need is you just need something like this, to take out the clip that's there, and the clip is actually can be taken out very easily. Right, so let me show you how I do that. Just push down, right, and then you can just take out the clip from here. Right, you can see there's a clip here, right, and once the clip is removed, right, you can actually take out the entire grinder. Right, be careful, there's actually a clip that hold the grinder in position. Right, this is actually the cover to the bearings on top, right, and you can see it is in a shape whereby it locks the axle together. So once you remove that, the whole grinder can be taken out. Oops, let me take that. Right, so this is actually the piece that lock the lower allow the spring here to push against the axle as we try to screw in and screw out to adjust the depth. So you can see that this is actually how it's being done. So you can see that this is a spring. There's a spring there to hold everything in position and to give you the step adjustment. And I think if you look at this burr, right, this burr is not exactly very sharp, and it has got 6 sides, I believe, right? So it's a 6-sided burr. The burr is not as sharp as the other burr I've seen, so I think I will have to take a look at the K6 to see whether the burr is actually sharper. But it does grind quite effectively, and I get quite good coffee from this. So right now, let me show you how to assemble this back. And basically, you can just get a brush. You can actually use the brush that comes with the grinder. Just do a sort of a cleaning. And after that, remember the position. Right, the part that protrude out must be facing up. Right, and so that you can hold against the spring there. And from the bottom, right, this is actually the lower chamber. Right, you can see that there's a inner burr there. There's an right, so this is the center core and that's the inner burr, right? So once you've done that, you can actually slide this axle through the bearing, right? Just have to slide it through, right? Just push it, and then what happens is that you got to let okay, the bearing may be slightly jugging out, so what you can do is you can use your clip here to push it down, and then again, same thing you do, just push the bearing down so that it actually falls back, and then make sure that this indentation face upwards, and there's only one way, one position in which the this ring can sit in position. So let me adjust it. Right, so right now what you can do is you can put this on, right, and after that you use your clipper, right, to actually hold on to this, and then you just have to slide in position. Oops, it drops inside because it's very small, but don't worry, it will drop right out. So just hold on to this, push down, make sure that this one go all the way down. Right, get the clip, Okay, you have to position the clip nicely, right, so that it's easier for you to bring it inside. And then after that, just push in and you are good to go. So now you can see that it has been adjusted. And now what you need to do is very simple. Just have to cover back. And then what's good about the Kin grinder is similar to the Easy Presso, whereby the adjustment can actually be done on the outside rather than the inside. Okay, so right now I can install everything back. And you are good to go and continue grinding more coffee beans. So this is pretty easy. So yeah, so I will just be resetting this back to 0 position. I think there are all together 20 different settings there. Sorry, 50 settings per round. And then you can see that actually there are, let me see, 0, 10, I think all the way to 60 per round. And since I can go 4 complete rounds, which means to say I will have about 240 steps. So this is a pretty precise grinder at a very budget friendly price. So yeah, so thank you for watching my video today, and this is CY once again. Right, so thank you for joining me. This is just going to be a short video on how actually I clean the grinder. And I try to give you a step-by-step instructions on how to actually take the grinder apart. And then yeah, okay, so thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, right, do remember to subscribe and like my videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe.